So I want to make sure you understand what this system actually does and what it doesn't do, because that distinction matters a lot. So the content operating system does not write your content for you. You still have to bring the expertise, but I'll say with all these large language models, like you can actually put the content out, have the assistance of the large language models like Claude, like ChatGPT, like Microsoft Copilot help you increase your expertise, and you bring the voice, you bring the human side of things. You bring the real stories from running your business. And what the operating system does is run the operation, help you organize what needs to happen. So without it, you stare at a blank screen every time you sit down to create content, and you end up posting randomly across whatever platform you remembered that day. And then you forget entire channels exist. And what happens is you end up, starting over from scratch every single month, and you have no idea what's actually working. So with the operating system, you open the app and it tells you exactly what to work on. So we know we need to send this email on this day. We need to create this reel on this day. We need to, send out our community posts. We need to send out our SMS. And like the structure behind that has workflows built right into each of those content tabs. And so you get to post strategically across all of your lead channels and not just the ones you remember. And then every platform has a task waiting on you or for your team. And so what happens is the system rolls forward automatically. So you knocked out last week and then you move forward to the next week. Now you know you have to play that game of letting people know about your business all over again. And so you can see exactly what you've done and what's coming next. And so this is the difference between having a content strategy and actually executing one with frameworks that are working from all the people that we see executing at a high level online, right? This community is taking the frameworks from these books and actually applying them. So this is application in motion. If that makes sense. So, like I said, the content operating system gives you the structure. Your voice gives it life. And there's a very specific difference between what AI produces and what sounds like you. I call it robot voice versus the human voice. Robot voice says, here are 5 things for growing your Instagram, right? You can tell someone's reading. But the human voice says, I grew my Instagram by doing one thing differently, and here's exactly what I did. The robot voice asks for a sale in the second paragraph, but the human voice gives value for 3 paragraphs before it mentions anything you can buy. And so when you take that, you have the system, you have the large language models, you make it human through structure. Like this is where you start to see things compound for you. So the framework is the AI's job, the voice is yours. So when you get your content operating system up and going, think about your story, your expertise, and how you can start getting surgical with the message that you want to put out, right?